Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Desert National Park. Today is the 23rd of January 2024 and it marks day 2 of our wildlife expedition in the Desert National Park of Rajasthan. If you have not seen the previous episode, the link is provided in the description and the I button. We started a little later today after breakfast as the morning was extremely chilly. The first bird we found today is the hovering Eurasian griffin. The Eurasian griffin vulture has a vast range spanning across Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia. They are found in countries such as Spain, France, Portugal, Turkey, Greece, Morocco, and others. Griffin vultures are scavengers, feeding primarily on carrion. They play a crucial role in ecosystems by cleaning up carcasses and helping to prevent the spread of disease. They are often seen soaring high in the sky, using their keen eyesight to locate food. These vultures are highly social birds and often gather in large groups at feeding sites. They rely on thermal updrafts to soar effortlessly in search of food. Breeding pairs typically build their nests on cliff ledges, and both parents participate in incubating the egg and caring for the chick. While the Eurasian griffin vulture is not globally threatened, certain populations are declining due to factors such as habitat loss, poisoning from ingesting lead ammunition in carcasses, and collisions with power lines. Conservation efforts include habitat protection, supplementary feeding programs, and efforts to reduce poisoning incidents. Then we encountered the greater hoopoe lark, Alimon alaudipes. The greater hoopoe lark is a species of lark found in arid and semi-arid regions. The greater hoopoe lark is a medium-sized lark with a distinctive appearance. It has a long, slender body, a fairly long tail, and a pointed crest on its head reminiscent of a hoopoe bird, hence its name. Its plumage is sandy brown with streaks and spots, providing effective camouflage in its desert habitat. This species is primarily found in open desert and semi-desert habitats, including sandy and gravel plains, dunes, and rocky areas. It is well adapted to arid environments and is often seen foraging on the ground for insects and seeds. Like many lark species, the greater hoopoe lark is omnivorous, feeding on a variety of insects, seeds, and other small invertebrates. Its diet may vary depending on seasonal availability and local conditions. Greater hoopoe larks are often solitary or found in small groups outside of the breeding season. They are known for their distinctive flight display during the breeding season, which involves soaring and fluttering with exaggerated wing beats while singing. They are also skilled runners and can move quickly across the desert terrain. Breeding occurs mainly in the spring and summer months. The female typically constructs a nest on the ground, often hidden among vegetation or rocks. The clutch size usually consists of 2 to 5 eggs, which are incubated by both parents. The greater hoopoe lark is generally considered to be of least concern by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, due to its relatively wide distribution and stable population. However, like many desert species, it may face localized threats from habitat degradation and human disturbance. Then we found an Eastern Imperial Eagle sitting on a treetop. It was holding prey, which we initially couldn't identify. Despite our efforts, we were unable to determine what the prey was. We suspected it might have been a lark, as there was a large number of larks flying around. Heliaca is a majestic bird of prey belonging to the family Accipitridae. Eastern Imperial Eagles are large raptors with a wingspan of about 6 to 7 feet and a body length of around 27 to 33 inches. They have dark brown plumage with white patches on the shoulders and a distinctive pale golden crown on their head. Juveniles are generally darker in coloration. Inhabit a variety of habitats, including open woodlands, steppe grasslands, semi-deserts, and mountainous regions. They are often found near water sources, such as rivers and lakes. Eastern Imperial Eagle has a wide distribution range spanning across parts of Eastern Europe, Central Asia, the Middle East, and South Asia. They breed in countries like Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and China, and migrate to wintering grounds in India, the Arabian Peninsula, and northeastern Africa. Eastern Imperial Eagles are opportunistic predators, feeding primarily on small to medium-sized mammals such as hares, ground squirrels, and rodents. They also prey on birds, reptiles, and occasionally carrion. These eagles are known for their powerful flight and keen hunting skills. They typically hunt from perches or during soaring flights, scanning the ground for potential prey. Then we spotted a cream-colored courser. The cream-colored courser, Cursorius cursor, is a species of bird belonging to the pratincle and courser family. It is predominantly found in North Africa, particularly in the Saharan region and parts of the Middle East and southwestern Asia. As its name suggests, the cream-colored courser has a sandy or cream-colored plumage, which provides excellent camouflage in its arid habitat. It has a distinctive black stripe running from the eye down the side of the neck. The bill is short and straight, adapted for feeding on insects. Cream-colored coursers inhabit open, arid habitats such as deserts, semi-deserts, and sandy plains. They prefer areas with sparse vegetation where they can easily forage for insects. These birds are primarily ground dwellers, spending much of their time foraging for food on the sandy substrate. They have a distinctive running gait and are capable of fast, agile movements. Coursers are known for their cryptic behavior, often relying on camouflage to evade predators. Then we found female desert wheatear. The desert wheatear, or Enante deserti, is a small passerine bird that belongs to the wheatear family Muscicapidae. As their name suggests, desert wheatears are typically found in arid or semi-arid habitats such as deserts, rocky slopes, and dry grasslands. They are often seen foraging on the ground or perching on rocks and low vegetation. Then we spotted the extremely rare Indian desert cat, camouflaged in the grass. The Indian desert cat, also known as the desert cat or the Asiatic wildcat, is a subspecies of the wildcat, Felis sylvestris. The Indian desert cat resembles a domestic cat in appearance, but has adaptations suited to its desert habitat. It typically has sandy or pale gray fur, which helps it blend in with the arid environment. It may have faint stripes or spots on its coat, and its fur is often longer and thicker than that of domestic cats to provide insulation against extreme temperatures. Again, we encountered a Great Indian Bustard, GIB. The Great Indian Bustard, also known as Godawan, is the state bird of Rajasthan. The Great Indian Bustard is classified as critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Its population has declined rapidly due to habitat loss, fragmentation, and degradation, primarily caused by agricultural expansion, infrastructure development, grazing pressure, and hunting. Several conservation initiatives are underway to protect the remaining populations of the Great Indian Bustard. These efforts include habitat restoration, protection of breeding and foraging areas, establishment of conservation reserves and protected areas, community-based conservation programs, captive breeding and reintroduction programs, and measures to reduce human-wildlife conflicts. Despite conservation efforts, Indian bustard faces numerous challenges to its survival, including habitat destruction, poaching, electrocution from power lines, collision with overhead wires, predation, and disturbance from human activities. Addressing these threats requires concerted efforts from governments, conservation organizations, local communities, and other stakeholders. We found a chinkara. Surprisingly, one of its horn was broken. During the breeding season or when establishing dominance within their social hierarchy, male chinkaras may engage in fights with rival males. These fights involve head-butting and locking horns. which can result in horn damage or breakage. Chinkaras inhabit arid and rocky habitats, where they may encounter various obstacles such as rocks, branches, or fences. A chinkara could accidentally collide with one of these objects, resulting in horn damage or breakage. While chinkaras are fast and agile, they are still preyed upon by predators such as leopards, wolves, and wild dogs. A chinkara might sustain horn damage while defending itself from a predator or during an escape attempt. Then we spotted a pair of trumpeter finch. The trumpeter finch, Bucanetes gitagineus, is a small bird species belonging to the finch family Fringillidae. Trumpeter finches are relatively small birds, measuring around 13 to 14 centimeters in length. They have a compact, stocky build with a short, conical bill. Their plumage is predominantly sandy brown with streaks and markings, helping them blend into their arid habitats. Males and females look similar, though males may have slightly brighter plumage during the breeding season. These finches prefer open, dry habitats such as deserts, semi-deserts, rocky slopes, and arid grasslands. They are well adapted to survive in harsh environments with limited water sources. Trumpeter finches primarily feed on seeds, including those of grasses and other plants typical of their arid habitats. They may also consume insects, especially during the breeding season when they need extra protein for raising their young. Trumpeter finches are often seen foraging on the ground in small flocks, though they may also perch on low shrubs or rocks. They have a distinctive trumpet-like call, which gives them their name. This call is often heard during flight or when they are perched. Then we found some sparrows. We could not determine which sparrows these were at the time of filming, as there are other sparrows like Sindh sparrow, Chinese sparrow, etc. also found in this area. I just filmed blindly so that I don't miss the species. But later on, we checked and these are all house sparrows. Interestingly, house sparrows are also a little bit more colorful in this region compared to other regions. Again, we found a flock of cream-colored courser. The light was not sufficient though. Cream-colored coursers primarily feed on insects, including ants, beetles, grasshoppers, and termites. They use their keen eyesight and agility to catch prey on the ground. During the breeding season, which typically occurs in spring, cream-colored coursers engage in courtship displays involving aerial pursuits and vocalizations. They construct simple ground nests in shallow scrapes lined with plant material. Finally, it's time to go back to the homestay. I am ending this episode here. I will come back with the next episode as soon as I can. Until then, stay well, stay safe.